Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Latte with Lynda. Plank and thank and grow rich. Coffee, the Colombian coffee. Very, very grateful to the beautiful neighbour next door for this coffee. It is delicious. So I had a coaching session the other day with this wonderful, wonderful woman. She's called Jackie. Oh, she's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. You think I've got great energy. She's got energy on top of energy. It's absolutely, being in a coaching session with her was fantastic because I can't remember what my conundrum was. But anyway, she just lit up. She lit up and I knew that she could solve the problem and help me to solve the problem because it's her field. And I know it was to do with, a lot of people talk about grounding. They talk about centering. They talk about all of these things. And yes, I know what you're talking about. But I don't know how to connect my body with what you're talking about. So for example, people talk about grounding, root down into the earth, blah, blah, blah. And all I get is a sensation of this being shackled and chained and being held. Which is not a good sensation at all. There's no way I'm going to want to ground myself if that is what's coming up for me. However, Jackie was talking about how you imagine the tree goes up and it goes down. So you're kind of expanding up and down. And then I could find a way for me to feel safe and ground. And then with centering, again, yes, I mean, what exactly do you mean by that? And she said, imagine. Now, you may not be from the same country, you may be from a different generation, but there is an artist painting, I'm pretty sure it's Leonardo da Vinci, and you see a man, maybe it's meant to be Jesus Christ, I can't remember who it is, and like a starfish position in a wheel. And that, so she said, imagine that. And then in the mornings, you're kind of centered. You know, as you wake up, you're centered. But then the minute you wake up, you kind of, you scatter up, down, backwards, forwards, front, back, whatever, all over. Imagine this circle, in different parts of the circle, you're shooting around. So it's all about how you can bring yourself back to the center. You know, and she said, she gave me some words. I have to go back and look at the video, the recording to see what the words were. But, you know, you might just say, I am here. I am now, I am centered, or something like that, just to bring yourself back. Because it's the day, I mean, I'm a lion anyway, so I literally shoot out, I wake up and I'm out, I'm active, and the energy is boom, boom, boom. So it's good to kind of go, draw your breath, inhale, exhale, and come back to that center. So it's just a beautiful session where she was able to find the language and the way to explain. And that is an example of a brilliant, brilliant teacher. And I like to say I do the same. And it's because when you've been in that situation of not understanding what people are talking about, good morning. Can you put your name in the chat? The thing is, right, on social media, people have these strange letters and numbers. And I have no idea because it doesn't tell you here who it is, who this person is. But we are more than letters and numbers. We are people, we are beings, we have meaning. So it's nice to be able to connect with that person. And yet, so when you are teaching people or showing people something, it's really important that you can get them to connect with what you're talking about, because we hear, we see, we listen, we interpret in unique ways. And for example, the education system is just blah. You know, it's one size, and it's supposed to fit all, and that's not always the case. So really important to be able to connect with that person and find a way to express what you want in a way that they're going to be able to connect and understand. Anyway, plank and thank and grow rich. So yes, planking, thanking, all the same thing in terms of manifestation and abundance. I'm reading a book and it's over there, Thank and Grow Rich by Pam Grout, and it's such a good book. I have read it before. I read it on my holidays, hollybobs, in Morocco, Marrakesh. I say I read it. I had the book, but I listened to the audio. And the thing is, when I listen to audio of any kind, I tend to fall asleep, and that is no reflection on the content. This is my Beyonce top from the Renaissance tour, just in case you're getting distracted. So I tend to, doesn't matter the content of the audio, eyes closed, fall asleep. Whether it's a meditation, those sleeping meditations are perfect for me. So I'm reading it again with the audio, but actually with the book, so we go together, which is a really fun way to work through something. And Pam Grout is all about gratitude. It's all about raising your energy, your frequency to a higher level. She says, the universe is just there waiting to give you this abundance, this beauty, all these wonderful things. It's just waiting. But you're vibrating it at the wrong energy level, probably a state of misery and negativity, which is easily done because we spend our lives stacking up evidence to prove the negative. Oh, yes, well, I can't do that because the last time I did that, this, that, and the other happened. And then you just stack more and more evidence. She wants us to work the other way. So you're looking for gratitude in everything. She says it is ferocious. It is an extreme sport of gratitude. So you're thanking every single thing, whether it's that letter from the doctor or from some test results that haven't gone the right way. Finding gratitude. The one that makes me laugh: the boyfriend that drinks your prize tequila, the whole bottle, and then vomits over your brand new Oriental rug. And being thankful. So it's finding gratitude in every single thing. So yesterday, I'm getting the garden cleared. It's been going on. I've resisted this for so long, a few years. Anyway, started with the gorgeous Caroline, the declutter coach, in the room at the bottom of the garden, and then the garden. So the garden is being cleared. Hasn't quite, not quite where I would like it to be. Leo, I've got a load of Leos. I've got Leo and Leon and Lynda. Yes, the 3 L's. Latte with Lynda and the 3 L's. So there's a load of soil that's been mounded up. So let me get back to going off on a tangent. So the garden's being done, not quite finished. Fencing's been done, which is fantastic. And so I had to go out yesterday because I had a tree surgeon coming to look at some roots that are still in the ground because they haven't been dug up. And they're big roots, big roots. And I had to clear space. I'm going to post the video, actually, of me out in my ovies. Ovies, for anyone who wants to know, are overalls. And they are green, dark green. And I have to wear a belt so that I can pull them up. Proper work persons overalls they are. So I was out there moving this stuff yesterday. So I was a bit cross. And of course, I can't do it to the full extent because I'm a snail whisperer and I have to move the snails out the way. And I'm moving them out the way. And at the end, oh my goodness, I felt so bad. I murdered a snail right under my foot. Well, he was still alive. I crushed and then I lifted my foot up quickly. And there was still movement. I don't see anything over there. I see a bucket thrown over there, so hopefully they've moved. But when I watch the video, if you watch closely, you see these little things moving backwards and forwards. You know, they're out the way, then they reappear. And one misses my foot, so it's probably the one that eventually did go under my foot. Anyway, so I was quite cross. However, Pam says, thank and grow rich. So be thankful, be thankful. So what I did was I had the book on the side and I just kept looking at it and thinking of gratitude and being grateful. And do you know what happened? So I've been trying to get rid of a Hoover, Bosch Hoover. And people are coming, oh, I'm on my way. They don't turn up. And that happens so many times. Then finally this woman came, lives around the corner. And she sent her son. And I said, look, why don't you just get him to film it, get you on the phone with your video, FaceTime or whatever, and so that you can see it. So switched it on and it works and they've got all of these attachments. And so it's gone. It's gone. But in the meantime, because she said her son was on the way and I was busy waiting, to eat. And then I had my coaching session. So I called her after 20 minutes. She barked down the phone at me. Man alive, talk about interpersonal skills. I thought, steady on. And there were so many people that wanted that Hoover. I could have gone to anybody. Anyway, it's gone. It's gone. So I am grateful. It has gone. A little bit more space has been cleared. About £100 worth of wood and smokeless fuel and fire lighters and all kinds of things have gone. It might have even been more than £100 because there's loads of it. That's gone. And the boxes, I told you about, gorgeous Patsy. Patsy that is a little memory I want to hold of this woman who was so grateful. So grateful. And she arrived and she really was like a beautiful angel. There's something about her energy, very just instant love. That's all I can say. Anyway, so that's what's happening there. Clearing. So physical clearing to create energetic space. So clearing out, allowing me to clear out my head, just obsessed with this mess in the garden and the stuff that needs to go and organising all of that. However, so grateful. But now I have the most fantastic mindset client on the programme, Letter to Myself's Mindset Mastery Programme. And we've been working together. And do you know, last night, he said twice, he said, "You're an angel." Now, it's interesting he says that because I say exactly the same thing about my coach. And I think that is when somebody unlocks something in you and allows you to break through and transform. This person I'm working with, exemplary is not, I need another word. Absolutely phenomenal. So all that material that I put out, this person has been taking in, pondering, thinking, processing, and then they leapt up and jumped onto the training with me, and they are doing the work. And it is such a brilliant example of what happens when you do the work. Honestly, I can't tell you. Saying no, asking to be paid, to be rewarded financially for his services. You can't live on thin air, can you? You can't live on fresh air as much as we would like to do. If you are living in the city, in these particular places, you've got to be paid so that you can pay your own bills and get by and eat and all of that. Yes, if we're out in the country and you've got your own small holding, then it may be different and you can do that energetic exchange. But let's be real about his situation. So we were discussing last night about maybe sowing seeds so that people know that he is no longer the taxi driver or the plumber or the handyman or any of that. He's happy to do the work. However, it will be paid for. Because imagine somebody asking him or wanting him to virtually cat sit, go off and feed the cats, 20-mile round trip. And hopefully they said thank you. But come on, because they couldn't afford the fees to put the cat in the cattery or the cats. What would have happened if this person hadn't been available? So now they are really standing in their power, and this is wonderful. So this is what happens on the program, Letter to Myself's Mindset Mastery Program, and in any coaching with me. It really is about looking at things like people pleasing. Those things that are really frustrating you. You end up in a situation where something hasn't been done the way you asked it to be done. So you haven't said anything. You just allowed it to go on, and therefore people think it's okay to continue to treat you in that way, whatever that might be. Might be timekeeping actually. So I'll give you an example of my friend last night. Sometimes there are people that they don't live in the same area, so it's a 10-mile drive, and they're not in London, so you're not hopping on the tube. Not that should make a difference. So he may get a call half an hour before they're arranging to meet, but he'll be travelling, he'll be in transit, so that's not fair. And so I said, do you say something? and in the past he hasn't. And therefore what's happened is that has created a pattern where people have thought, oh, that's okay. It's okay to cancel at the last minute because he's okay with that. But he isn't and wasn't. He was chuntering it on the inside, very, very upset. So now he is armed, or is empowered. That's a better word. He's empowered with the language, with the strategies, with the skills to let them know, even before they've made the arrangements, what his boundaries are. So this is the kind of thing we do. I mean, so he's monetizing himself. He's setting clear boundaries. He has confidence. Last night we were talking about courage and the difference between confidence and courage. So confidence is the belief, and that belief comes from repetitive action, which is courage. So courage is the action that you take. So we were just looking at the difference between the two, and like my podcast, one of the things we do is we create characters. So he has a character for confidence, and that character he says he has on his shoulder. So what we're going to do is hopefully in the weeks, over the next few weeks, that character will no longer be on his shoulder, but he'll be fully embodied within him, because he will be acting and being that person. In fact, all of those wonderful characters that he's creating from all the things that we've looked at will be embodied. He's moving forwards and having breakthroughs constantly. It really is phenomenal and incredible. And so that's the kind of thing you get when you're working with me. And then on the fitness side as well, strong core has been reported from my people, making a massive difference. And both programs are in week 4. So the boot camp we're over halfway now. And the mindset program, we're at the halfway point. Either way, I can't believe the superb, phenomenal, impactful changes and progression that everybody is having. It really is fantastic. So on that note, check out my bio. I'm telling you, you've got to be in it to win it. Thank, plank, grow rich. And yes, there is a connection between the plank and gratitude and growing rich, because it's all about attitude. It's all about the attitude you take into whatever it is you're going to do. If you go in with that gratitude, that thankful, that positive approach, I will, I'm powerful beyond belief, you're going to do it. Go in, it's going to be easy. I'm going to do this with ease. When you struggle and you fight, that's when it just doesn't happen. It's almost like you're working against the current. You're swimming upstream again when you're going upstream when the current is coming downstream. You're kind of going against the grain or the tide. So it's all about working in harmony, in unison. And this is what we get to do when you're working with me, whether it's fitness focused or mindset focused, it's all one. Soul Tribe. I'm sure there was more I was going to say, but plank, thank, grow rich. I see you. I feel you. I hear you. I get you. I've got you. I love you. Have a wonderful day. Send in lots of love. Bye.